So to start, I've already prepped and primed my eyelids using the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden. Now I'm just going to do a little bit of a brow highlight directly underneath the arch and in the inner tear duct. And then I just go in and blend that out using just my finger. The warmth of my hand obviously works best for melting cream products because otherwise they just kind of stick with the Taklon brush, and cream products are really hard to wash out of Taklon brushes. Now for the center of the eyelid, I'm just going to put a little bit of milk about a quarter of the way into the eyelid. If you don't have a whole lot of eyelid space, just go a quarter of the way into your own eyelid. Or maybe even more, depending on how open you want your eye to appear. Now I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Romantic Eye Palette. I think that these are great gifts if you were wanting to get one of these palettes for Christmas, even the Romantic Eye one. Now I'm going to start by going in with a little bit of Bouquet Toss, which is just this creamy white right here at the very, very bottom. And we're just going to place that over the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the inner tear duct and on the eyelid. And then just kind of swoosh it out with the paddle brush. This is a Delium Tool 777, and I know that their Smoky Eye Kit is typically on sale at deliumtools.com. I'll put a link for Delium Tools. And we're just going to go in with a little bit of I Do, which is just this sort of matte bronzy color right here, like a kind of like a gray brown. And we're just going to pat that all over the center of the lid towards the back of it. And then for the center right here between the white and the brown, we're just going to grab a little bit more Bouquet Toss and then just place a little bit in the center where I Do and Bouquet Toss meet. I'm going to go back in with a little bit more I Do, which is just this sort of pretty bronzy sort of color. Again, that gray brown color. And we're just going to put a little bit of that in the crease with the Delium Tool 785 blender. And then I want the majority of the color concentrated in the outer corner. Just going to kind of pull that in with a light hand into the crease so that it's just very soft and wearable for several eye shapes. Alright, now we're just going to grab a little bit more Bouquet Toss, which is just that sort of creamy matte white again, and we're just going to pick that up on that same Delium Tool 785. I'm just going to flip the brush over, start in the center of the arch, and then we're just going to pull it back a little bit and pull a little bit forward. Just using a light amount of product in a light hand. And now I'm just going to take a little bit of Soulmates, which is just that shimmery white up here. It's a pretty good dupe of MAC Dazzle Light. And we're just going to dab a little bit of that in the center of the eye brow arch, just to brighten it up. And you can also do the same for the inner tear duct with a little bit of Soulmates. And I do have a blog post review of this, and it also has the all the different MAC dupes. This is very dupeable to MAC shadows. Now we're just going to go back in with a little bit of Ever After to warm it up and sort of make it look more like a warm Christmas at home with the fireplace. Just this nice deep chocolatey brown. It's kind of a good dupe of MAC's Woodwinked. A little bit. This one's more warm and chocolatey though than Woodwinked. Just going to start in the outer corner of the crease and then just sort of pull that up using the same Delium Tool 785. And I think it is important to put the I Do down before the Ever After because it'll just help provide a softer, more well-blended look. And then just pull it in partially into the crease, not all the way. I'm going to go in with Unveil, which is just that matte, dark, dark, dark brown color, kind of the color of fire logs, a hearth, cinders, And then we're just going to raise the brow a little bit just so that you can see exactly where the crease is, and then just start drawing a little light outer V using the Delium Tools 781 or any pencil brush. We're just going to start adding depth. Now that I've got my depth going, I'm just going to go back in with the 785 and then just add a little bit of Ever After to the deep socket of the eye. I'm just going to go back in with a little bit of MAC Costa Riche into the waterline and the tight line. So I went down a little too far. Do not go down that far. I'm just going to clean that up a little bit and then just keep going. Make sure to use a pencil that's sharpened but not too sharp. I'm just going to go back into Ever After and we're going to get some of that up on the angled brush. You could use the same brush you used to pencil in your eyebrows. Doesn't matter, no point in reusing a brush unless your eyebrows are pink, then you might want to reuse a brush or at least dust it off first. We're just going to smudge some of that over the brown eye kohl and then just clean it up with a makeup remover wipe. I'm just going to use a little bit of MAC Superslick liquid liner and Defiantly Feline, but you can use any other brown liquid liner. No, Urban Decay makes one in Smog, and then they also have another color. Can't remember the name off the top of my head, but there are two browns. So I'm just going to start in the middle of the lid, kind of going into a medium-sized wing, and then just sort of flick it up a little bit. And then obviously you're not going to dip your brush back into the inkwell, and then you're just going to keep going into the center of the eye to get a slightly finer wing. You just want the majority of the pigment and product in the in the center, and then a nice fine wing and a nice fine tail going into the center of the eyelid. I'm going to take a little bit of Too Faced Full Bloom Cheek and Cream Lip Color. This one's in Sweet Pea, and this does have like a warmness to it. It's kind of like a purpley pink. Purple's a warm and a cool tone. So just going to add a little bit of that. Just for a fun sort of hint of color. And because cream blushes are so good on for the winter, because they add a nice sort of glow to the skin. In the winter, your face or your skin can get a little bit drier just because of the harsh wind and air. So a nice cream blush just sort of helps make the whole face pop. And plus, purple looks really good on brown with brown eye makeup, especially if you're brown-eyed or hazel-eyed. I'm going to take a little bit of this sort of peachy toned highlighter from the e.l.f. Shimmer palette, and we're just going to put that right on the upper part of the cheekbone. Down the nose and the cupid's bow, and just sort of brighten up the whole look of the face. And now I'm going to add a little bit of my Inglot YSM pressed powder just because it's going to help sort of soften up the cream blush. So if you went a little crazy, it'll just make it look nice and even. So just taking some of that. I'm just going to start dusting it on top of the cream products and also so they stick. I'm going to take my Too Faced, the Bronzed and the Beautiful French Riviera edition. I think this is also a great set for somebody for Christmas if you're looking to give them, if they're looking to give them bronzers, if they like bronzers, if they like makeup, if they're a collector of pretty packaging or Too Faced. So I'm just going to go into Chocolate Soleil, which is just this matte brown, which is a great, nice to have. It just smells like chocolate. If you have a low, small budget and you're looking to just get one item for a makeup lover, I do recommend the Chocolate Soleil or the Snow Bunny. Individually, those compacts are $19.50, I believe. Cost a little bit less than the French Riviera. French Riviera is around $45, but you're getting a lot of bronzers. I'm just going to flick that into my contour and warm up the face. I'm also going to go down the nose. Just get a nice warm all over glow. And then I'm going to go into the Powdered Sun, which is just this nice gold highlighter right here. I think it's very universally flattering. And even though it's the middle of winter, I think a little bit of warmth and glow. I love bronze tones in the winter. They just make you feel just warm and cozy and fuzzy. So just kind of sprinkle that gold wherever you want. Any part of your complexion that's clear, I think you could put the highlighter on. Now for lips. I'm going to do a very, very, very warm lip, and we're going to start with the Mary Kay lip liner, and this is in neutral. It's just a nice kind of brown color. Kind of like a nudie brown with like a rose undertone. Kind of reminds me of Urban Decay's Wallflower. This one is only $10 though, so it's a lot more affordable. I need to do a blog post review of the lip liners. I just haven't gotten on it because I know some people aren't so sure since I'm selling it. And I'm going to take a little bit of Mary Kay liquid lip liner, or liquid lip color in Melted. I did a tutorial lip combo of the week using Perfect Plum. A lot of you liked it, so got a few more of them because I really like these lip colors. And the consistency is kind of like a lip gloss. That kind of dries. I don't know if anybody got the MAC Kissable lip colors from Peacocky, but they kind of remind me of that. So that's Malted on top of neutral lip liner, and I'm just going to take a little bit of Mary Kay lip gloss in Pink Diamonds just to sweeten it up a little bit. Okay, so that includes my I'll be home for Christmas look. It's just inspired by the warmth of the fireplace, the hearth, warm Christmas memories, being inside with your family, friends, loved ones, and I hope that you enjoyed this look. Thanks for watching.